Hi everyone, I'm Richard Lewis reporting for cadred.org, having a fucking nightmare out here in Sweden before I do my tour. We recorded some video interviews earlier, and as people know, I use a radio microphone for things like this, like the tour. Anyway, walkie-talkies on site have interfered with all of the sound, so we've had to scrap them all because there's this like horrible static thing. Hopefully we're going to be able to find a way to save the audio, because they're all really fucking good, because, you know, I'm really good and shit. So, but anyway, if not, you might not get as much content as you were expecting. That's my apology out the way. What I'm going to do now is do a fucking video tour. First, let's do the backstage area. This is kind of like being in a TV studio. Like, this is the press room where you can see all the fucking damned, like, lost souls. I mean, just look at them all, man. It's tragic. I totally recognize those faces, and I feel like that myself. There's never anyone excited or happy in a press room. Then we've got like kind of I don't even know if I'm allowed down here, by the way, but this is kind of like the staff area where you can see everyone's like having dinner and, you know, procrastinating about things that they got to do. And then this is the real bit where I'm going to get in trouble, right? Because this is the backstage area. Now this here, I don't even know what this says. Do you speak Swedish?
No. Long entry for unauthorized people.
Right, I'm probably an unauthorized person despite this press ban, but in there's a dressing room and they got like a makeup woman and a little mirror and everything. I was in there early, it was really fucking funny. But this is the backstage bit, kind of where you can see that this is the actual stage, and I'm going to take you out and around. So this is what it looks like, the first look inside the venue. It looks more impressive from up front. So I was hoping to maybe find one of the casters in there and get fucking shouted at and thrown out. But anyway, so this is all of the backstage area, which isn't very exciting. Dude, I am so sorry about our video interview fucking up. I'm going to fix it.
Fucking amateur.
I know, I'm an amateur. This is, of course, Robert Olin, who is the genius behind it all. Do you know what we might do? We might just, thank you, kiss that bald head. We might just, we might re-record it and just pretend it never happened. So anyway, that's great. There's Khan. All the celebrities in the backstage area. So anyway, now we're going to give you the first look, the first panoramic sweep of the venue, and fans are starting to filter in. It's the evening, we've got past the second group stage now. Things are getting pretty interesting. You can see that there's people sat up in the bleachers and up in the rafters. We're going to go up there in a minute, and you can see as well you've got a nice security guard who's looking real interested. He's just been stood there all day. I'm not even kidding. You were here at like what, 9 in the morning? Yeah, fucking great. Dedicated. So anyway, this is the upstairs area. And again, if the sound is suddenly interfering, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put the video tour up anyway to make it look like I did some work. But this is like where you get an even more impressive view here in the Globe Arena, as it's called. And you can see I get terrible vertigo, so I'm not going to get too close to the edge. Honestly, I really freak out with heights. So yeah, this is about as far as I'm going to go. I'll send my cameraman up there, actually. And you can see, just looking over it, how cool it looks. You can see where the casters are sat. We've had In Control giving his unique brand of analysis, and you know, again, hugely impressive arena. I mean, DreamHack do everything so well, there's nothing that's going to surprise you there. But anyway, we come up to here, and this is the kind of a little shop area where you can buy DreamHack related merchandise. I'll just move past there. So if you want to get t-shirts and hoodies, DreamHack obviously they do look to. It's okay. You can say in the shot. It's all good. You can give me a sales kind of thing if you want a sales spiel. But yeah, so this is kind of where they just make a little bit of money on the merchandise, and of course it isn't like a massive profitable thing or anything, but it's just so you can show your support in a way. This is Complet as well. Complet have been getting real heavy into esports. The people who followed the Copenhagen Games coverage will have no doubt seen them, and just out here as well. I don't even know. I didn't even come in here. So I don't know if there's anything interesting in here, but oh yeah, I think this takes you through like the. Yeah, okay. Well, let's go have a look at the player area. Okay, so I'm just going to stick my head around, but yeah, this is kind of like there's like a little tuck shop where you can get some crisps and stuff, and all of this actually links to the hotel. I think whereas the hotel's like there's like a walkway across the top. The hotel's actually super close to the venue, so we'll just quickly go over to the player area and. I'll let the cameraman lead on, because one of the things people say about the tours is we're sick of seeing the back of your bald head. So this is where all the magic happens. So you can see here, there'll probably be a lot of familiar faces. We've got some crews, and if you just look over here, you'll be able to see a very familiar face, someone that we're always doing interviews with and stuff. Of course, that's TLO, and there's Happy there, and you know, as expected, all of these guys were in the hotel restaurant having like breakfast super early this morning, all chatting about tactics and various pools over scrambled eggs and stuff. So I'll take you right down to the bottom just to give you an idea of the size, because obviously there's been a lot of stuff going on. You know, while this has been underway, it's been huge. I mean, the group stage has been here. There's been underdogs, overdogs, big dogs, you name it. There's been all kinds of dogs. So, and everyone's really, you know, looking to make a name for themselves at what is probably the first big tournament, you know, of the year, I would say. No disrespect to IEM with their first Heart of the Swarm tournament, but I think this is definitely a lot bigger and a lot shinier. So, right, now what we're going to do is, this is just to give you the full panoramic, I'm going to take you to the player lounge. I actually was able to sneak in there earlier. They allowed me in despite being press and having nefarious means.
You get in if you're press.
Oh, there you go. And I've been told I'm allowed in if I'm press. So there we are. That probably explains. I did get some ugly looks though, but I think that's probably just because of who I am and not a goddamn thing to do with any of it. So we'll quickly walk over to there now, and as I said, this venue is absolutely huge. I don't know how many it seats. I was told they sold 1,500 tickets earlier today, which was for people who wanted to come and actually spectate in person, which I think is pretty impressive. I mean, to give you an idea of what that's relatable to, you would probably get about that for a Division 3 football game, you know, in kind of Scotland or England or whatever. So that's, you know, not bad going, and to be fair, that puts this one area of the venue pretty much at capacity. I think it can go a little bit more. But that's still hugely impressive from an esports kind of venue, and you can see people are starting to shout. I think we're about to catch something, so just while the music's on. But yeah, it's really hugely impressive, and it's going to really pack up as we move into the big games. Tomorrow, I've been told they're going to have like a super massive light show. You will notice that there is an LED display, which I'll just move out of the way. There's an LED display over in the background. That's going to be doing all sorts of crazy shit. That's going to be jumping and going off, and it's actually going to part. It is a door. They're LED doors. Players are going to be able to come out of there and come onto the stage. You can see as well, we got Webb Hallen, which I learned the hard way, is one of the biggest peripheral sellers, I think, in Sweden. So I have learned something on my travels, and of course we've got Logitech over here just testing out some stuff. Round the back of that, and this is where we're going to end the tour again. We're going to go past some complex stuff. This is the player lounge area. So I'm just going to take you into here. I'll just sneak past these people if that's all right. There we go. Thank you very much, chaps. And anyway, so this is where basically the players come to relax, and they're not expecting me to get too all up in their faces, so I'm not going to do it. You can see, you can help yourself to free beverages. They put out some nice sofas here. I actually saw some Korean players who are no doubt ravaged by jet lag or whatever were sleeping up here earlier today, and you can see as well players suddenly adjusting their seating positions to try and look nice and smart. And this was the fateful area where we did all the interviews, and they didn't work, so it's a good place to finish the tour. So that's pretty much it. As you can hear, it's Missy Elliott's Get Your Freak On in the background. I'm going to try and get my freak on and make up for the 3 hours or so of work I've lost. But at the end of the day, this is the only video that would have come out of it. Hopefully it's given you at home an idea of what it's like to be at a DreamHack event. They are fucking awesome. They do things better than anyone else. And hopefully that's come across in this brief look. Anyway, do stay tuned to Cadra. We're going to try and get you some more videos despite all the issues that we've been having before we fly back home. So stay tuned for all our coverage. Thanks for watching. Peace.